For a more in-depth plan, check out the links in the description box below. Alright, some other things I've been noticing with elbow pain in squats, or just elbow pain in general, is that they only show up in squats. So I don't really have a whole lot of elbow irritation if I don't squat, especially low bar. Now, another thing that I may notice if you have medial elbow pain is that if you turn your wrist in or your elbow in like this, you may feel a little bit of tension right here in this medial elbow. And I've seen a video where they said that you should stretch it like this, which is probably going to help it, and it kind of has. I've been doing this, just stretching it and kind of basically getting blood in that area to kind of help it heal faster. What I've noticed is that any type of rotation is going to give me problems. So I bought this band thing that makes it so you can strengthen it. It looks kind of ridiculous actually. Let me bring it in and I'll show you in a sec here. Alright, so this is the TheraBand Flex Bar, and what it's supposed to do is help you design to strengthen your wrists, or to strengthen your forearm muscles, which will inevitably help strengthen your wrist. You hold it like this, you turn it, and you roll in, roll out. You can do some reps to strengthen here. If you want to strengthen here, you can do this. I mean, to be totally honest, I don't know if it actually works that well. I've been just using it. I've only had it for like less than a week. But for 13, 14 bucks on Amazon, there'll be a link in the description. I figure it'll be worth a try. You know, I mean, I need something to kind of work on this area so that way I can make it stronger. Some other thoughts that kind of come to mind is, the thing is that what I learned from Kelly Starrett at Mobility WOD, he would talk about like the first tissue loaded is the maximally loaded. So I just thought about that for a second. And this is really pertaining to a deadlift video that he talked about. And he said that, you know, if you load, for example, if you go down for a deadlift and you pull using your back first, that tissue is going to get maximally loaded, which is very common for people to get very, very hot lower back and get pull muscle or just basically overuse that tissue. And now with the squat, my typical setup has always been getting underneath the bar. And then what I would do, because my shoulders are so tight, again, like I've said in the previous video, I would use the base of my palm to push myself forward to get set up under the bar. And the problem was, I would be loading, although because the shoulder has trouble rotating correctly, what ends up happening is I end up loading this, elbow, or this forearm muscle, maximally, or significantly. So what I notice is that if I do this instead, if I like kind of like bend the bar like I'm about to bench press, and I squeeze my shoulder blades together, and then I try to get underneath the bar, it hurts less. And it's kind of interesting because as I've been kind of thinking about my whole process of squatting and figuring out this elbow pain, as I've made a few videos about it, I've been trying to think about kind of why when I squat my elbow hurts. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And I don't understand, because what I just noticed, like I said in the previous video, was that if I was able to roll the bar, or kind of go underneath the bar like this, and then get underneath the bar like that, and then unrack the bar, there's no pain, right? The only problem with this position, what I don't like about this, is that the tendency is I don't feel tight enough, I don't feel secure enough, and I'm not going to be able to squat as much as I could. I don't feel like I'm in a better position. So what I found out, this is basically I need to combine all the things that I've been doing right. And you can try this if you don't already do this, and just something for you to kind of adjust in your setup to help minimize issues in your elbow. And this is what I would recommend, or something that I'm going to be trying to do this week as I sort of do a purposeful deloading off weightlifting this week, is to get a full grip, like so, right? Set a nice external rotation setup, kind of opening up the posture, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and externally rotating the armpits forward slightly. And then I keep a nice solid grip, almost too tight, as I kind of start to set up, but rolling the bar. You can see the barbell rotate as I set up into position. So my elbows are forward, my elbows are basically perpendicular, my forearms are perpendicular to the ground, or even almost this way a little bit, just to get myself set up. So I have a good position. There's no pressure on my elbows because I'm just holding the barbell right now, because you just saw me rotate it. And then find my bar position, my shoulder blades are tight, retighten even tighter, and then kind of push up, tighten up, come up, and then begin. So I'm thinking this is probably going to be my better setup position. And interestingly enough, I'm able to keep a fairly good elbow position. It's not ideal because ideally you want it to be a little bit more in line with your torso. What's also kind of another thought too is that you know, depending on whether you like high bar, low bar, back squats, and depending on what you're training for, will kind of depend on the angle of your forearm, because you kind of want it to be with your torso as much as you can. There's a little bit of argument to this, and everyone's anatomy is a little different, especially depending on how far you grip and what your limitations with shoulder mobility is. But the main thing I want to say is that in the position I just showed you, my elbows were a little bit flared back. So I guess if I were to just show you an example, I was kind of like this. So it would be better if I was just like this a little bit, so that way my upper arm or my arms were just a little bit more in line with my body, like up and down, versus being like this. But that might have to be the case. In this case that I just showed you, that squat, I kind of felt a little bit of pressure here. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to show you again, but this time with an open palm, and see if there's any of a difference. And the truth is, as I make this video, I'm just thinking out loud. So hopefully you get something good out of this. So I'll do an open grip position, and then I'm going to rotate the bar with me as I set up underneath the bar. Squeeze my shoulder blades together, kind of get that external rotation torque, start to get under the bar as I rotate the bar with me, pushing my elbows forward. And it appears, let me get like 4 or 5 reps. And it seems to be, yeah, there's still a little bit of tension there, which tells me it's injured, like I said before, but it doesn't hurt as it did before. So, thinking out loud, hope this video helped you. Leave a comment below if you have a question, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I wanted to take a moment to tell you about a program that I recently invested in. It's called Fixing Elbow Pain by Jed and Rick. I've searched on the internet, articles, read lots of stuff, and constantly keep seeing the same mediocre videos, or videos that are helpful but don't really solve my problem. That's one of the main reasons why I've created this video series on fixing elbow pain related to to heavy squatters, because I couldn't find the exact information. Although my video series will probably help you and will give you better ideas on kind of how to prevent elbow issues and set yourself in the right position, there's still a lot more to know, like working on tissues and just understanding routines and stuff. That's why I bought this program. Fixing Elbow Pain was a really good program investment for me, because it helped me just essentially understand all the avenues of kind of what to take care of, because it's not just medial elbow pain that's the problem. It's also lateral epicondylitis, or tennis elbow, that happens in some of my clients. You soon learn that it actually has a lot more to do with overall movement pattern, and everyone has different movement deficiencies. So the reason why I'm recommending this is that it's very comprehensive, and sometimes it's actually very difficult to explain all this in a 5 to 10 minute video. And also there's like books, there's lots of videos, and it's basically a whole program that's totally worth the value if you are suffering with elbow pain. But anyways, if you'd like to learn more, take a look at the links below. Comment below if you have a question. Thanks for watching. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. Full disclosure, I am an affiliate for this program, so if you decide to purchase this product through my affiliate link in the description box, I will make a commission from it. It does help support my channel. I was actually thinking about making my own kind of rehab program for elbow pain, and really putting some good information together into a product. And then I came across this, I bought it, and it was like $30, and it was freaking worth well above that cost, simply because there's just a lot of information, there's lots of drills, there's lots of exercises, there's lots of explanation of what's going on, and it's totally worth it. So if I'm endorsing something that I bought, I'm endorsing something that I believe in, because the truth is there's probably a way where you can essentially go through all the videos online and kind of read a bunch of articles and maybe figure it out. This actually just kind of puts it all together for you in a very high quality package. But also be sure to check the rest of this video series on elbow pain and squats.